Our next performer is actually an improv actor who performs around stages all around the Twin Cities, but tonight is his first ever stand-up comedy performance. Please welcome Mr. Taylor Pettis.
Thank you. So this is my first stand-up act ever. Thank you for the 6 people who applauded. I do feel like I am losing my virginity all over again. As you can tell, I have a giant smile on my face, and you guys are wondering why it's not as exciting or lasting as long as promised. Woo! Yes. Old people wink at you. That's creepy. In fact, if you wink at somebody you don't have an AARP card, that's even worse. And that's because winking at somebody is the nonverbal cue for, are you the person from the Craigslist ad? I learned this last week at the airport. I disappointed 2 guys when I had something in my eye. No, I'm not here for the party. Just waiting for my flight. Yes. Winking is creepy. In fact, nobody should ever wink unless you're sending a text message. I'm looking at you, yes. Yeah, anyways. If you squint an eye, you are likely to be a very big weirdo. But send a semicolon, hyphen, and parentheses, and we're likely to be BFFs. I use texting lingo because I do text. I do like LOL, OMG, and JSYK. They're all good. But my favorite is just kidding, or JK. You guys have used this before, right? You send the dirtiest, nastiest, most ugliest message to your friend and you put JK after it and you think it's good. It's basically a get out of asshole being free card. I fumbled that punchline, but you still laugh. Thank you. JK works because texting you play by a different set of rules. Stuff that isn't normal office behavior is totally acceptable when you text message. Just ask Brett Favre, Anthony Weiner, or my ex-girlfriend. Definitely not office-appropriate behavior. Unless it's a holiday party. A few people have been to those, huh? I don't dance, ever. Mostly because I'm white. But you do find people that dance, and you find that they are, a lot of times, fairly drunk. And when you're drunk, you never really realize you look as bad as you do. Which is entertaining for the rest of us. It's kind of like how I woke up and looked in the mirror this morning and said, I'm not that fat. They're both misconceptions that we just tend to live with. It's a funny thing. Oh, well. So I've been writing a lot of jokes lately, and I went out and bought a notebook to write them in. And it cost me $9. I thought to myself, I'm crazy, a $9 notebook. I spent $9 on paper and a wire spiral that holds it together. It's crazy to think that this stuff costs this much. And so I sat down to start writing in it, and I thought to myself, I can't write this thing. It's a $9 notebook. I mean, this thing's valuable. I mean, it deserves to be put in a trophy case and saved forever. So I decided, I put it in a lock case where it's protected from that slutty Bic pen that cost a nickel. I am a freak. I do have a protection of inanimate objects. I think I get that from my mom, mostly because she's an overbearing Jewish lady. Some people have those. Thank you for comforting me. But this stretches back to my childhood, or stretches way back, I should say. We had our first fancy dinner, and I remember I was drinking milk from a plastic Solo cup. That wasn't funny. It was last week, though. And I got kind of one of those milk mustaches that you tend to get when you drink milk. And I reached for the napkin, and I could feel my mom's glare. Which was really odd because I wasn't sure if she was angry at me or like gonna dance like Mick Jagger. But I immediately dropped the napkin, and to her delight, because she said, "That cloth napkin's gotta last us. Use your sleeve." You guys laughed at my jokes, they're awesome. Thank you.
Taylor Pettis, first time ever.